Welcome to East Coast LQ Reviews. Today, we're talking about another brewery. Brewery we're talking about today is New Belgium. And actually, there you go. I showed the can. Well, if you saw the thumbnail, I'm sure you know what I'm bringing. But, so yeah, we'll present the beers that we're bringing. I know Bumpy's got a pretty cool one. I can see the cork and cage. So let's pull him up and you show us the beer you brought today, Bumpy.
All right. So, New Belgium was established in 1991, according to the label here on the bottleneck. This is La Folie, and it is a Foeder aged sour brown ale. It says the American Sour, 7% ABV. Here on this little story side here, it says America's pioneering sour ale, La Folie, a French saying for eccentric madness, is our award-winning Flanders-style sour brown ale. La Folie is matured for several years in giant French oak wine barrels called Foeders. These barrels contain the oldest continuous souring culture in America. Select Foeders are then mindfully blended for a sharp, tart sour ale full of green apple, deep cherry, dark chocolate, and tannin-like plum skin notes. So, sounds fantastic by what they describe it as. I do enjoy some wild sours. So, go ahead and take off this cage here, which is just breaking and falling apart. And we will. Whoa, yeah. That was ready to come out. So
that was awesome. That's what I thought mine was gonna do the other day.
That was one of those ones like what Beer Man did, like where he pointed it at his face and the thing just shot out. I'm glad I didn't do that. I thought I was gonna have to wiggle that thing. I just gave it one little boot and it goes and it's like and it shot right through my hands. That was powerful. Yeah.
I watched the review with Ron Terrio. I know when it hit the ceiling.
Yeah, that shot straight up, hit the ceiling, came back down, knocked the cage off the table.
I watched the review with Ron Terrio and his friend David, and they're opening one, and it sounds like a gun going off or something. It shoots in the air, and they're like, "Well, that's gone." That's crazy.
So,
that's
one with a kind of a small head. It was starting to gush right out of the bottle. So luckily it didn't spill anywhere, but kind of an off-white colored head. It's picking up some of this kind of brown. It is a brown to amber colored beer itself. So it's kind of picking up on some of the colors on the lower bubbles here of that kind of amber brown like color. Very small head though. Not seeing that thing sticking around at all. So
that looks good.
Yeah. Oh, it's got that nice sour nose to it. That oak as well, right off the top. I don't know how far you want me to go in with this, or that was just.
Yeah, I'll present mine and then go back if you want to do that. All right. Yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, that's awesome. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that. I've never seen New Belgium with any style of cork and cage bomber bottle like that. So, I'm over here already about to crack it. So what I have today is Voodoo Ranger Juice Force. It's their Hazy Imperial IPA. It says 9.5%. I believe I got this can for like $3, which is a good deal. It says brewed and canned by New Belgium Brewing, Fort Collins, Colorado, and Asheville, North Carolina. Imperial India Pale Ale with natural flavors. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See, enjoy by so it says see bottom for enjoy by date. So it says July 31st of 2022. So it's still fresh. So I do have a fresh can. I don't know what's all these other numbers for. That's a little confusing. I'm not sure why they do that. You ever see that, Bumpy? They have all these extra numbers, and I don't know why.
It probably has something to do with like the plant that it was brewed on, and probably the fermenting vessel it was aged in or something.
Yeah, as a consumer, that's just kind of confusing. I mean, why not just put the date, put all that other stuff? It's kind of confusing. But yeah, I'm gonna crack this open. I'm hoping it's like a nice hazy color, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I got my the Streets glass. Pour this one out. Not bad. Hazy, like golden straw color to it. Nice foamy head. Produced a nice head actually. I poured it a little aggressive, but about a finger and a half head. Frothy white head. Looks like it's leaving a nice lacing already. And wow, holy crap. I just got it like this close to my face and I can smell pineapple. Big pineapple. Ooh, oh my, okay. All right, we'll have to get back to that. That aroma is really good. All right, so I'll pull back Bumpy up. Bumpy can talk about his beer. And then I'll talk about my beer. We'll pull each other because there's only two of us. So, might as well just, bounce back. And after we throw up our ratings for our beers, actually, you know what we'll do? We'll give a review, rate it. I'll give a review on mine, rate mine, and then we'll pull up the website and we'll talk about the website. So I'll pull it up.
Yeah. So the aromas in this La Folie, like I said, straight up. I mean, you get that kind of sour nose. You get the oak from the foeder. Bit of a black cherry type aroma in there as well. They mentioned chocolate in there. I mean, chocolate's kind of a far fetch, but I can kind of see a light chocolate aromatic, almost like a slight powdered chocolate. Other darker fruits could be plum-like, but it's the cherry kind of stands out for the most part. And definitely like a sour mash, like a soured maltiness to it. A little bit on the bready side, but very, very sour nose. So, cheers.
Cheers, man.
Light body, very, very drying to the palate. Carbonation is not that high. It's like very, very fine carbonation bubbles. So it's kind of fizzy, but it doesn't like really leave a lot of popping going on. Like it's not super prickly with the carbonation. Just a bit fizzy. Definite oak like flavors coming from the foeder. It does have, it's borderline sour. It's got more of a tartness than it does a sour on the palate, but it kind of gets there. You get a little bit of the spitty action on the sides of the tongue. I'd say like a very light dusting of chocolate with the black cherry note. So it pretty much follows suit with the aromatics. It is just dialed back a bit more though on the palate. It's not as like the aromas on this are pretty boom in your face. Besides that light dusting of chocolate, like I said, but yeah, I think the chocolate's kind of more noticeable actually on the flavors. It's got a light breadiness from the malt. Black cherries. And yeah, I would say a little bit of that kind of darker fruit as well, like a plum or something, but it doesn't stand out as much as like there's some beers where it's like, wow, plum. You get that in a lot, and like heavily barrel aged and deep, dark, roasted stouts and stuff. So not as present on the palate as in certain types of beers like that with the plum, but it is kind of there in the background. So definitely drawing my tongue is that scratchy feel like a cat tongue. All
Is
right.
that new? Is that beer new? Is that like something they just started doing, or?
No, they've been doing it for years. But this
Okay.
beer itself is new.
I didn't know. I was looking at the website. They have a decent amount of cork and cage bottles. I didn't realize that they had so many.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a date on this. It's got the weird numbers like you have.
Yeah.
I don't see an actual date. Yeah, it just says 38010, comma 05 210825K 11T. So no date that I can find on this at all. But I have had this like years ago. I haven't seen it around for a while, but who knows? Maybe this bottle just kind of turned up. All of a sudden, maybe they had it stored away in the back and decided to bring it out. I don't know. Because there's no date.
Yeah.
Not even on the cork.
That's odd.
Yep. But yeah, it still tastes good. I mean, these are beers that you can definitely age anyways.
Yeah.
So even if it is old, it's probably drinking like it's fairly fresh because they don't change all that much.
Yeah.
It's an enjoyable drinker, though. I don't know if you want me to give a score out on it right now.
Yeah. Though I was just looking at the website for your beer. It says sharp and sour, green apple, cherry, and plum.
Yeah. I'm not really getting the green apple, but I mean that kind of maybe that's kind of mixed in with the oak. I definitely get the oak.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know that there's like whiskeys and stuff I've had that have had that kind of green apple note from the barreling process. So
Is it astringent?
No, I wouldn't say it's astringent.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to throw up a rating for it, cool.
Yeah, I'd land this one right at around. I've had some other like what do they call these things anyways? New oud bruins, the sour browns. Pretty much the same thing as like a Flanders red or Flemish red. And this one is not the best I've had. So it's definitely not going to get up there in the 97 to 100 range for me because I've had some that come from Belgium and France and that have been just way more flavorful than this. But it's still, like I said, it's a good drinker. It's nice. I'm going to give it a 95 out of 100. So still something to look for and pick up.
Still not bad.
You can still enjoy it. Yeah.
Now, how much did you pay for that?
I don't know.
Oh. Was it just part of a beer hall or something?
Yeah. I don't typically look at prices. I just grab things that look good. And I get shocked at the end when I pay for it all.
That's cool. 95.
What's that?
No, I said that's good. 95. I haven't seen any of the bombers or any of the cork and cage bottles before, so I didn't even know that they made them. So that's cool. I thought they were strictly just like just like they're. I know they've been pushing a lot of Voodoo Rangers. They come out with a new Voodoo Ranger almost every other month. That's like their big IPA line. So yeah, Cool, Bumpy. Thanks for coming on the show, man. So
Thank
yeah, I'll pull myself up. So on the Aroma, there is so much pineapple, and I actually looked at the website. There is so much pineapple. It actually smells like they used pineapple as an adjunct in this, but the website doesn't say so. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did. There's a little bit of citrus and bready notes. It's kind of got like a little bit of like, maybe like a little bit of like a spicy pineapple, just like a little bit of spice. But yeah, it smells very juicy, I will say. But besides pineapple and like tangerine, definitely tangerines. That's pretty much all I'm really getting. Hey, Julie, what's going on? But yeah, it honestly smells, I think, actually more tangerine than pineapple, but it smells like they're using an adjunct. It's so strong, it's so in your face that it doesn't smell like, I don't know, because I guess, so you've had a beer that has like an adjunct of pineapple put in it, right? And then you get a pineapple aroma from like just the hops. You can kind of tell the difference if you get what I'm saying.
Mm.
You know what I mean? This, yeah, it's just like super tangerine. Maybe that's why it's orange, because it's like straight tangerine, pineapple, bready. Really sweet, I would say. But yeah, enough rambling about the Aroma. Let's dive in and check this one out. So cheers, Bumpy. First time having this one.
Cheers,
so.
Tanner.
Oh, in panel. I mean, not panel. In chat. Cheers, chat. It's got a it's actually kind of tart. It's got like a really acidic finish. It's actually kind of burning. Maybe it's like a green burn, like we were talking about the other day.
Mm.
Yeah, it's kind of got like that green burn. There's a little bit of bitterness, but it's kind of floral, grassy. Definitely tangerine on the palate as well. So orange, tangerine. As far as like fruits and tropical flavor, there's really not much to say about it. It's like tangerine, pineapple, yeah, a little bready, some breadiness. It's prickly carbonation. Mouthfeel is about light to medium mouthfeel. It kind of has an odd aftertaste, in my opinion. I don't know. I don't think I would buy this again, but it's not bad. If you like a really citrusy orange tangerine flavor, like I said, it almost tastes like they're using adjuncts in this. It doesn't really give off that natural fruity tropical hop flavor. It tastes like they're kind of using something else, but they don't say it on the website. I don't think they specifically have to, right, Bumpy? I don't think they have to say this has oranges in it. They could just put it in it and not say anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, a lot of times if somebody has to say something, I think it usually has to deal with nuts.
Yeah, peanuts
because of the food allergy things. I'm not sure how many people are allergic to citric fruits, but
yeah,
it's probably not enough to
actually. No, I hear you.
worry about.
Cheers, miscellaneous. Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, it almost, like I said, it almost tastes like they're using adjunct. It's very tangerine, pineapple, bready, very like fizzy, like almost like soda pop fizzy carbonation. It's you know what it's got that it's kind of throwing me off. Yeah, I would agree with that, miscellaneous. The beer smelled great, but flavor didn't follow the nose. I would agree with that. There is so if you watch Ron Terrio and he does those reviews, those duo reviews with David, he's always talking about like orange pith. This is almost like eating the skin of the peel of orange.
Yeah.
What?
Like the rind, taking a bite out of the rind.
Yeah, it's like you just it's like you ate an orange like you would an apple, and that's kind of throwing me off. That flavor is kind of I don't really enjoy that. That's definitely if someone says if someone says pith, orange pith, taste this beer and you'll taste what orange pith tastes like. And I've got that like I've got that, but it wasn't so prominent. And I think that's
Mm.
kind of the downfall of this beer. The upfront flavor isn't bad. Like I said, it kind of tastes a little adjuncty, but see, it's not really. It's I wouldn't say it's necessarily bitter. It's I don't know. It's a weird. I don't know. I guess it's its own thing. Because yeah, sometimes you would say pith is like bitter, right?
Yeah, a lot of times, like if
Yeah,
I usually say it tastes like the rind. If it's like super bitter, it's like a
maybe
lot of
that's what
times,
it is.
especially if it's like grapefruit or orange, and I say like the rind. That's usually when I get into it's like a
Yeah,
harsher bitterness, like you can get with like really piney beers and stuff sometimes.
yeah. Um. I wanted to like this beer. I like a lot of the Voodoo Rangers. Bitter. Pith is bitter. Okay. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but I like bitterness. I like really hoppy beers. And that flavor is just not doing it for me. Oh my god, it's making me ooh, all that carbonation. The upfront initial flavor is pretty good. I just don't really like the aftertaste. And that's definitely something that I like in my IPAs is one has a really good aftertaste. You know, that's kind of what you look for when you're drinking an IPA is that nice aftertaste. Um, yeah, this one's really not doing it for me. I'll finish this can, but I definitely would not buy a 6 pack. I wouldn't recommend trying this one. Maybe if you got it at like a variety pack. I know a lot of the times they do like these Buddha Rangers variety packs. So maybe if you could find it in that, try it out. But I wouldn't. I mean, grab this. It's a $3 can. Kind of like on the fence with this one. For a rating, I'll give it like a 80, and that's being generous because
A flat 80.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because as far as being complex, there's really not much to it. It's got that odd aftertaste, and like a miscellaneous said, the aroma was good. In my opinion, it just smells like a little adjuncty, which isn't bad. I don't mind that, but I'm just saying it kind of tastes and smells like they're using some type of adjunct, like probably tangerines or something. Unless that's just like the combination of the hops just gives it that really strong fruity flavor that I'm just not used to. Because I was looking at the website and they do use a decent amount of hops in this. But yeah, like I said, 80. Not really complex. I like the carbonation. Aftertaste is kind of throwing me off, but yeah, if you want to get it, a $3 can, go for it. But I honestly wouldn't recommend buying it. So that's just my opinion though, because miscellaneous, you know, he could like it and he could tell you that it's good or buy it, even though I think he said he wasn't a fan of it. So, so I don't know. That's just my opinion, like I said. So yeah, 80 for the beer, which is a little disappointing because most of the New Belgium stuff's pretty good. So we'll go back to this for a couple seconds. What should I show first? You want to show our beers first, and then we'll show just the website.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Whatever you
All right.
want to do.
I'll pull up yours. So let me pull up yours, and then you can talk about it if you want. There you go. All right. So you want to share it on your end, or do you want me to do it? You want me to go over it, or
Oh, you can go over it.
okay? All right. So this says a wood-aged sour delight that's not for the faint of heart. So they have you buy it on Drizzling, you buy it on Minibar. Details, origin story. La Folle, French for eccentric madness, is America's pioneering sour ale. This award-winning Flanders-style brown ale is matured for 7 years in giant French oak wine barrels called foeders that contain the oldest continuous soaring culture in America. I think Bumpy read that.
Yeah.
Notes. So this is what I was reading. La Folle is sharp and sour, full of green apple, cherry, and plum skin notes. Pouring a deep mahogany, the mouthfeel will make you pucker, and the smooth finish will make you smile.
Yeah. You have to be a pretty, you'd probably have to like not be into sours if this is going to make you pucker. Like I said, it's more on the tart end, and it's got a little bit of that kind of sour kick on the tongue, but it's not super sour. Pucker factor of a half.
Yeah, right. Some people like this beer was like a little like you said, this beer was a little, it had like a little bit of that tartness to it. It wasn't like that greater good funk daddy like that's making you do all those gestures, the face gestures, and every time you take a sip, you're like, you got to sit back for a second, get a breath of air. It's so freaking sour. So the stats on this, Bumpy might already read this, but we'll just go again. 7% ABV, 18 IBUs, 210 calories, lager yeast, hops are nugget, malt is pale, Munich C80, chocolate, special W, and find the folly near you. Sorry, no results found. Hey, why are you guys giving my address away? No, I'm just kidding. I probably said I'm from Warwick, Rhode Island at least 20 times on the past freaking 20 live streams.
That's interesting that it's not around. So it does make me wonder if this is just like an old product that was stored away and they finally brought it out front to sell it.
Well, you figure, I believe all breweries do this where they say, what's popular in your area? And people could say, oh, yeah, well, we don't really do too well with bomber bottles over here. And they'll say, okay, all right, we won't bring them to there. We'll bring them to somewhere where they're actually going to sell and they're not going to sit on people's shelves. So, I mean, which is understandable, but, because I will say there are still like 10 CBSs sitting on the shelf. There's still, actually, I saw all the framing hammers yesterday. All of them had no dates. They had a coffee one. They had I think the chai one, and then they had the one that I had, which was the I got it behind me. What was it?
The cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll, yeah. So they all didn't have dates. But yeah, all those bottles just sit on the shelf. So I mean, maybe that's why, because we don't really sell a lot of bomber bottles everywhere I go, every liquor store I go. For the most part, I feel like there is a good amount of a craft beer community, but it's not like some places where craft beer is just selling out left and right. I don't know. It might be like a happy medium of craft beer drinkers. I don't know. What do you guys got over there? You got a lot of craft beer drinkers, or is a lot of? Yeah. I think they probably, as far as business, they probably do more with the macro stuff.
Oh yeah, I think the macros are always going to sell more because I think the larger populations, buying the cheap 30 packs and But yeah, we have plenty of breweries around, plenty of restaurants that carry craft beers on their menu. A couple Thirsty Mooses, which is a restaurant that has like 180 beers on tap. It's like
Thirsty Moose.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, even the stores that I worked at, like even the liquor store I worked at, it was always like just always sold like Budweiser, Bud Light, Miller Lite, Coors Light for the most part. It's very rare that people actually bought craft beer. We had a good craft beer selection too, but when I was working there, every once in a while you'll get people that come in and they're like, "Oh, I want to try this. Do you guys have this new beer by these people?" But it's like it's very rare to. I don't know. It's all craft beer has also definitely gotten a lot more popular over the past couple of years. So I think a lot more people are into it. A lot more people are getting into they're trying different stuff, especially nowadays where there's not really much to actually do. People are like, hey, let me, I don't know what the hell's in my eye. But
your finger.
Eyelash. But, yeah, I think, like I said, nowadays people don't have much to do. So they're like, oh, let me try to find something else that I can do while I'm sitting in my house. So I'm sure that might bump up sales for craft beer and stuff, which is cool. You like to see people start exploring into new adventures, I guess you could say. But yeah, I'll find the beer that I have. I believe they You know, one thing I want to say before I forget and I don't mention it, they had a cookie dough ale and they had a salted caramel brownie, and they got rid of them. They were in collaboration with Ben and Jerry's. The cookie dough ale was so good. I like s'mores beers. Like I like the beers that have like the s'more. Like Saranac makes like a s'more beer, and it's one of those beers where it's like it's such an odd well, s'mores is kind of common. Um, but it was one of those things where it was so odd, but it tasted really good. And I was like, why did you guys have to get rid of it? I'm sure Ben and Jerry's was like, give us, way too much. And maybe it wasn't really worth it for them to distribute it. And that company, they're like, you get these little tiny cups of Ben and Jerry's, and it's like, what, $6 or something? Their ice cream's wicked expensive. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were, maybe not really making much back. But they were really good. I don't even think they have them listed on the website. So yeah, I guess we'll just talk a little bit about their lineup. So if you guys have seen this beer before, this is New Belgium. I'm sure Fat Tire is pretty much everywhere, in almost every liquor store, and probably every bar. I'm sure they'll have Fat Tire. This is definitely their flagship. This is the beer that I'm sure that they push everywhere. They make the most money. Voodoo Ranger, decent, really good. This one was. Did I have this one? I think I had this one. This one was good too. The Juicy Haze. Where's the one miscellaneous is always talking about? The 90. What is it? 1995 or something like that, Bumpy. Oh, Bumpy's not beating that. So here's all the other ones. Where's the one that I have? Juice Force, right here. Juice Force. So it says Juice Force IPA is a fruit forward, highly drinkable 9.5 ABV blast. Buckle up. I can't even read this. With this shizzy. I don't. Cheesy. Oh, this this hazy. I don't know why they put that over him. They should have made the lettering a little different. It says, buckle up with this hazy IPA. You'll be buzzing the tower in no time. All right. It says, the Voodoo family, our Voodoo Ranger family, is brewed with trend-setting hop and malt varieties and served with a side of sarcasm. The bottom line, if you're looking for innovative IPAs that are hop forward, bold, and occasionally hazy, the Voodoo Ranger fam has your back. Voodoo Ranger. Live rangerously. Oh, that's a Bumpyism. Did you hear that, Bumpy? All right, so it says 9.5 ABV. This IBU, that's kind of low. 30 IBUs. It's I don't know. I don't know who said that, but I don't really necessarily agree with that. Like I said, that pithy flavor is a little bit overpowering. It says ale yeast hops are Mosaic, Chinook, Vado, Galaxy, Strata, Lotus, and Sabro. So they do have a lot of hops, which is crazy that the beer isn't more complex than what it actually is. Malt is says pale, oats, and wheat. It does. So it okay. So let me just say. It does have a decent body. I think when I said light to medium, I wasn't really giving it enough credit. It does kind of have like more of a viscousy, creamier mouthfeel that you normally get with the wheat malt. So I will give it that. I think I still stick with my rating for 80 though. And yeah, and searching for Voodoo Ranger Future Hop. Okay, so Future Hop. What is going on? Hold on. Choose a beer. Let's see. Let's go to the beer Bumpy ad. La Folle. Nope. see what it says when I do Juice Force. Okay. All right. Well, this website's messed up. Yeah. This unless they don't update it.
Yeah, that'll be a ding on the brewery score.
Yeah. Seriously though. No, you're 100% right, Bumpy. Let's see what fat tire. Okay. All right. What's going on? That doesn't make much sense. Oh, cheers, Tommy. Sorry, man. I didn't see you pop in there. Thanks for stopping by, hanging out with us. Yeah,
you didn't hear New Belgium shut down.
What's that?
I said, oh, you didn't hear New Belgium shut down. They no longer make beer.
Yeah, right. Wait, you're joking, right? Wait, you're joking, right, Bobby? Oh no, okay, he's messing with me. Oh, so if I want Fat Tire Amber Ale, apparently I need to drive to Westboro, Massachusetts, which is 40 miles away. So, New Belgium, please update your website because us guys in Rhode Island, we do get your stuff. And yeah, you're not updating us. We are on the map. I know if you're looking at the map as a big, if you look at the big map, I know sometimes we don't show up because of how small we are, but we are on the map. Put us on your website. That's a little ridiculous. That's a little ridiculous. So yeah, that's definitely a couple points off for that. Which is funny too, because like if anybody else were to review them, they'd probably pop up for some odd reason. They're just not counting us guys in Rhode Island. Like I said, they probably distribute here. They probably just, maybe it just passed them that they haven't added us to their website, which is odd. I don't know why that would happen. You figure if you're sending beer places, you would at least update your website. If you want people to actually buy your product, it's like just because we're a small state doesn't mean there's people here that don't enjoy your product. And you know what I'm saying? So that's like if somebody went on there and was like, see, I was like, oh, Voodoo Ranger Juice Force is really good. And I said, that's my buddy. And my buddy who lives in like, Rhode Island, if you said it to me and I was like, oh, that's really good, I want to go try it. And then I go on their website and I'm like, oh, they don't sell it here, but they actually do. It's like you're losing sales for yourself. You know what I mean? They should be more on top of that. They also pay people to run their website and update their website and do stuff like that. So maybe that guy's not doing his job properly. So maybe you need to fix that. But yeah, we'll go back to the beers. Enough about the rant on that. But yeah, that's a little aggravating when you see stuff like that. So yeah, here's what's the one that Miscellaneous is always talking about? The 95? Was it 1995 or something?
80, is it 85?
1985? Yeah, because it's not listed. I didn't see it.
Probably in the variety. Click the variety pack one.
Yep. Okay. In this pack is Starship, Sea Ranger, and Ranger Experimental. I had one of these. I bought one of these before. I forgot what experimental I have. I have a website. Oh, look right here. Click here. There was another pack. Oh wait, what the hell is this? Really? That is. I thought it was going to be like other packs that they've done. Fine Hoppy pack. That's so weird. All right, so yeah, this website isn't the best. It's a little confusing. Have you had this one? Accumulation?
I had it back before they called it a winter IPA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they used to call it a white IPA.
Oh yeah, I think I might have had that. I might have done a review on that one. Yeah. This I think you guys are saying that this one was good.
I've had that one. I was telling Dio if he sees it, he should pick it up because it'll be his new favorite Voodoo Ranger.
Ooh, it's got Nelson Sauvin in it. Ooh, I got to find that one.
Yeah, that was a good drinker. 7.7% ABV and
oh, that's why they call it Agent 77. That's funny. It's got Nelson Sauvin in it. I would definitely like to try that. Floral and fruity IPA. Did it have any of the white grape notes? If you were that you recall?
I think it did. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd like to try.
It was an easy drinker. It had good flavor to it.
I will say a plus for these guys is their beer is usually priced pretty decently.
Yeah.
Dominga, I've seen that one as well. I didn't know that they made that. I thought it was somebody else. Another sour, Paloma sour. What are those hard seltzers? So they make seltzers. I've never seen this. Citrus Rescue, an orange with some eyeballs glue on it.
I've had a citrus IPA from them before. They didn't call it Citrus Rescue. They called it something else.
Oh, so maybe they changed their names, huh?
They changed the names and they changed the can art.
That's kind of annoying.
Yeah. It used to be like a can that had like an orange that was getting peeled sitting next to.
Yeah. And then they changed it to an orange with glued on googly eyes.
Right.
Who is doing the can art? This bottle looks cool. It caught my eye because it's got the 4 roses right on the front. In collaboration with 4 Roses to brew a bourbon barrel ale unlike any other in the world. Meet the beer for bourbon lovers. 9%, 27 IBUs, 265 calories, ale, nugget sabro, ale Munich, caramel 80, rye, roasted barley. That sounds pretty good. I don't want to get too much into single beers. Hold on, what's going on? Okay, there you go. Oh, all right. What? Oh, there we go. Not the best website, unfortunately. I don't know what this is. Oh, fat. What is this? Oh, that's just a fill in the blank. I don't understand that. Old Aggie, Superior Lager, Old Tuffy. That's weird. That's a cool looking can though. I do like that. Do tailgating with this crisp and refreshing lager brewed in partnership with NC State University. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, they do another one for Colorado.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the same beer. They just called it something else, and it has a different mascot on it.
That's funny.
So I'm wondering if it knows like what area you're searching from, so it brought you to the North Carolina brewery website versus the Colorado one.
Maybe. So they have a Tripel, Enlightened Dark Ale, Belgian style Tripel.
1554 is a good beer. It's a nice dark lager.
Have you? Oh, you've had it before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I've never seen that. I've never seen any of these. Look, there's Bumpies with the cork and cage. They also have these other ones. Oh, they have a Grand Reserve Velvet Apricot version of that one, Bumpy. That sounds good.
Yeah, I've never had that.
Yeah. See, they have a decent amount of them. Like I said, I didn't realize that they had a decent amount of cork and cage bottles.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of them. That's the thing. They should put more of this stuff out. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
I think more people are actually into when they.
Yeah, definitely.
Would think like as more of an extra crafty brewery, you know. Yeah. I mean, they put out like kind of the shelf turds.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. I did not realize that they kind of got a little bit more in depth with beer like this. I thought maybe they were just kind of like, oh, let's just have our flagship beers, sell those, and do a new Voodoo Ranger every month.
Right.
I didn't know that they did stuff like this, so that's cool. But like you said, they should definitely put it out more and let people know that, you know, that they do make stuff like this, because people like me don't know that they actually do beers like this. They have Le Terroir, dry hopped American sour ale, Transatlantic Creek cherry lambic sour ale, Dark Forest sounds pretty good. Barley wine sour ale, Glubier. I don't know. Dark sour ale, Forda Cura, sake sour. Is that like sake, like
rice wine? Yeah,
rice wine. Okay. Action Reaction. That's a funny name. Nitro Barrel Aged Sour Stout. Wow, that is odd. And then Imperial Stout, piano keys. This one sounds good. Nitro Barrel Aged Sour Stout. Vermont's Barrel Aged B Bomb dominates your senses with aromas of coconut, caramel, and molasses until it's met with the blast of La Folly's time. Intensified tart, juicy cherry. Apply. That's definitely that's supposed to say apple. This who does this website? Who? Look at this. Come on, Apply. Wait, is that Apply? Is that a word? Is that a word?
Apple. I think there needs to be an E in there.
No, Apply. Apply and plum.
I definitely think that says apply. Yeah.
Oh, it's Apply. Apply. Is that a word? Apply and plum notes. Why don't you just say apple? Wait, is Apply? I don't know. I don't worry. All right. That's enough. That's enough of that. What's going on with this website, man? 10%, 39 years. That's pretty good.
Maybe they graduated from Tufts University.
Yeah, really, right? They're drinking too much Old Tuffy, too many tailgate parties. So let's look at the company. Our story. Okay, so we were born on a bike. The rest is history. Okay. No, just kidding. A bike trip through Belgium in 1988 inspired a young couple to bring the flavors of centuries old Belgian beer to the town of Fort Collins, Colorado. Is that Colorado? Deal?
Yep.
That's cool. Oh, so that makes sense with the fat tire. You know, I always used to call it flat tire. I always used to think it was called flat tire. I didn't know it was fat tire. So that's a little short thing. It says our mission. For almost 30 years, we have crafted beers while proving that business can be a force for good. Our 4 core values. We make world-class beer for everyone. This Juice Wars isn't world-class, but I'm sure Bumpy's is really good. You gave yours, what, like a 95?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, from the beginning, we've had the audacious goal of making world-class beer, but more than that, we're committed to democratize. I can't read. Bumpy, you want to help me here? Democratizing.
Democratizing craft beer.
All right. Yeah. I can't read apparently.
I think that means basically put it out for everybody.
Oh, okay. So that more people and communities can enjoy it. We do right by people. People are at the heart of New Belgium and always have been. We embrace our coworkers and customers for who they are and work to build community wherever we go. We inspire social and environmental change. We believe business should be a force for good. That's why we push forward solutions to the biggest social and environmental challenges of our time. That's cool. We have a hell of a lot of fun. We encourage people to take risks, push boundaries, and let their freak flags fly because ideas that change the world rarely come from a textbook or follow a straight line, and that's hella fun. Certified corporation, a brewery for good. Being a certified B corporation means that we use the power of a business to solve social and environmental problems. New Belgium has been doing this work since the day we were born, and thanks to our B Corp certification, we're able to track our progress over time and see how we compare to other values-driven companies. It empowers us to continue protecting our cultures and values. So that's cool. Protecting our people and places, land and water. Okay, so there you got a decent amount you can read up on. What's the last one? Careers. Careers. Okay, craft a career with us, so we can. I think this is like if you want to work for them. It's cool. Visit. What's this? So here's the link. Main locations. Other locations, so you can check those out. Let's look at the Fort Collins one. Well, it looks nice. I wonder if they have. Oh, so they do. So they have some food trucks that come. Upcoming food trucks, Mackin and Antojitos del Sureste. So that food looks pretty good. I like food trucks. I'm a big fan of food trucks. I used to be a intern at a dealership for Ford Tasca, and they used to have food trucks, and I really liked their food. Um, a luscious marriage of macaroni and cheese. Oh, that's cool. So they have like all these different mac and cheese combinations that they do. I clicked on it. I don't know what's going on. Here's some other ones. Chef Freeze cheesesteaks, fat tomato. Yeah, that's cool. Events. Oh, look at that. That's really nice. Some nice outdoor seating. Nice welcoming entrance. Nice cut grass. All this over here. That's cool. It looks good. It looks nice. It looks like somewhere I would bring, like if I went on a date with my girlfriend. I think this would be a cool place to go.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's look at the gear. Click on it. I have to go to these. Let's go to everything. Let's just get a quick rundown of their merch. And then yeah, we'll throw up a rating for these guys. So they got some beanies, crew neck sweatshirt. That's pretty cool. That kind of reminds me of the Columbia shirts. Looks nice. That's cool too. It's kind of expensive, $100, but it's nice. New Belgium lip balm. I hope it doesn't smell or taste like fat tire, because if you get pulled over, that's not good. It's just my lip balm, officer. I didn't have a beer. Imagine. What's the flavor on that? Hold on. A blend of sunflower oil and beeswax. This organic citrus flavored lip balm will please your pucker and keep your lips moisturized. Wow. I thought it was going to taste like an IPA or something. And then they got a jersey, some more beanies, some more sweatshirts, dog collar, a leash, some more beanies. I like that flannel. It's different. It's got the different patterns on it. Belgian blanket, $100. Who else? Didn't somebody else sell a blanket for $100? And we're like, that is crazy. Remember that?
Yeah. I don't
One of the
remember.
other breweries had a freaking blanket for $100. That's crazy. Mittens. Load more. So you can get some more flannels, socks, backpacks, hats, some nice shirts. Bike bell. New Belgian bike bell. Oh, that's cool, actually. And it's only $10. The beanie, someone must have printed it upside down. Is that supposed to be like that? What's going on?
I know it's so you put your fat tire in it.
Was that? What'd you say?
You can put your fat tire beer into the beanie. It's like a koozie. It's a hat for your beer.
This item is temporarily out of stock. People bought that.
It's probably temporarily out of stock because they made it wrong.
Oh gosh, New Belgium. Oh no. Another blanket for $100. That's a cool shirt. I like that. That's a cool hat. Nice little bucket hat. Make world-class beer. That's another cool shirt. We got some jackets. $150 jean jacket. Wow, that's expensive. Bike grip kit. So you can get a seat and some grips for $100. That is cool, but maybe if you were like putting that on something that you won't actually ride, it's just like a display bike or something. Maybe you can get something like that for like your bar or something, and you can get like one of the old school, the Belgian bikes. I actually had a very depressing story. My boss gave me a really nice New Belgium fat tire sign, right? One of the light up signs. So I put it in my car. I put it in the trunk. I fucked up. I should have put it in the passenger seat or whatever. And I drove home. I opened up my trunk. The friggin' thing busted. It broke. I was like, are you kidding me? It was brand new. Nobody ever used it. It just sat in my boss's basement in the liquor store, and he gave it to me because he gave me and this other kid a bunch of signs and stuff. And I was so mad. I was like, "Oh, are you kidding me? This is like a $200 sign. I didn't even get to use it." I drove home and the thing broke on me. I was wicked upset about that. I still have it. It's still at my mom's house. But I looked it up and it was like, I think it costs pretty much as what the sign is worth to actually fix it and redo all the things. Because they pretty much, it's all one tube, It's like it's like two or three tubes, but it makes the shape, and it makes the logo. So if like one tube breaks, then you pretty much have to go back and you have to redo that whole tube, So it's not like they're just putting like this little piece together. They have to redo the whole thing because it's like hand blown glass or whatever. But yeah, I was pretty upset when I lost that. I have a bunch of stuff at my mom's house that I need to bring over here. Then I want to put in the background, make it a little bit more presentable, rather than just a blank white wall. I was thinking about getting like an East Coast LQ reviews. Something like a picture or maybe like an actual, like maybe I can get something carved in wood and then hang it up right there. I think that would be awesome. But yeah, so they have some utensils, some barbecue sauce, spice plate. There you go, another LED sign. I'm surprised they don't have the fat tire sign. $150. That's a decent price for that. Some more hats, shirts.
They're all broken.
Yeah, probably. Wow, you can get a Voodoo Ranger action figure. That is freaking cool. More sweatshirts. Just gonna do some quick scrolling here. Stickers, cornhole game set. Well, they have a lot of stuff. They're like, let's put our name on everything. Old Tuffy stuff. All right, so yeah, enough of the website. I'm gonna stop sharing. So Bumpy, what did you think about the brewery?
I mean, the brewery itself looks like it's really nice. Like you said, it'd be a nice place to go and visit, go on a date, whatever.
Yeah.
Their website, it's decent. I mean, at least they have a website. There's a lot of breweries that don't have a website. There's some around here that, I mean, you basically click on their website and it just tells you like when they're open and what beers they have, and that's it. There's nothing else about it. It's very, archaic. But yeah, they definitely need some updating to go on. It looks like with getting their maps and stuff fixed and things like that. But the beer selection that they have, their beers are decent. The ones that they put out that you can buy, like all their Voodoo Ranger IPA series and stuff. Fat Tire, that was a beer that kind of grew on me when I first had it. I didn't really care for it, and then it became, okay, it's like, it's not too bad. And then like I said, definitely I've had some of the other beers that you don't just normally find just sitting in a grocery store. So those are the beers that I think are, what you'd really, really like to see more of from craft breweries. I think these are more crafty than just their average run-of-the-mill stuff that just basically they can make on the cheaper and cheaper prices to kind of get it out to the masses. And a lot of times you kind of get what you pay for. So if you're paying, not all the time, but
I will say,
but yeah, most of the beers I think are pretty decent. There's something that you can buy. I know that Dio likes to have a New Belgium pretty much constantly in his hand. They make some interesting beers for the most part.
I like they do
all of them are winners, but that's with any brewery.
I like they do these cans because you can sample stuff. See, like if I bought a 6-pack of this, I would be upset. But it was only a $3 can, so it's not too bad. You know what I mean?
I think my overall score for him is going to be a 90. I'll give him a 96.
Still decent score.
Like I say, they need to get more of their craftier stuff more available
Mm.
more often.
That's what you're going with, 96?
I'll go with 96. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about him?
What?
I
Anything
just
else to
asked
say about
if there's
them?
anything else.
No, I spoke enough about them.
Okay. All right. So there's some things that I like about these guys. Like I just said to Mumpy, the fact that they do these stovepipe cans, I believe they call them. You get to try stuff. If you don't like it, it's only $3. You know, I'm not gonna drain pour this. I don't think there's many beers that I would drain pour. It's just not like I said, I still give it an 80, but it's not like mind blowing and super complex, and it's got a little bit of an odd aftertaste that kind of throws me off, and that's probably why I haven't really finished this yet. And then the like Bumpy was saying with the maps. So if somebody like me, you know, if they wanted to find, say, this beer, if they live in Rhode Island, they're gonna think it's not here unless they go searching for it. So that's something you're missing out on business with that. So that'll definitely, I have to dock you guys a couple points for that. We'll see. New Belgium is very affordable. For most of what they have is a good affordable price. I don't think I've ever seen a 6-pack over $12. So I believe they're around 9 or 10 at the place that I can get them, because the place that I usually go has a really good price, and that's why I always go there. So I believe they're around 9 or 10. So decently priced beer. The Fat Tire is good. That's an amber ale, and I do remember, I do recall that I did like that one. It's one of those beers that you could definitely drink a 6-pack of. So for rating for these guys, I'll give them like a 94. Like Bumpy said, the brewery looks really nice. You know, I'd like to take, if I ever could, you know, maybe if there's one close to me, maybe one time we could hang out and with the group or whatever, with the beer community, and maybe we could all meet up there one day. That wouldn't be bad. But you know, there's so many breweries. Who's to say that that'll actually happen? You know, there's so many different breweries that you guys want to check out, and I know that people have their favorites, but yeah, they're not bad. So what did I say, 94? 94? That's in 94? I think so. For the rating?
For the brewery?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 94.
That's what you're giving it?
Yeah, 94. I'll stick with that.
Yeah, for the beer, you gave it an 80.
The beer I gave an 80, yes. The beer I wasn't really too fond of this beer. It's not like so offensive that I want to dump it out, but I can't really keep sipping on it too quick. I'm not really excited to go back in for another sip. So the initial flavor is good. It's just the aftertaste is a little odd. But yeah, so I gave it a 94. Bubby gave it a 96. Averages out to 95, right in the middle. Right, you said 96?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that's still not bad. That's still a good rating. They have a little bit of work to do with their website. I'm pretty sure "appley" isn't a word, and that meant to say apple. So maybe that was just a little bit of a typo. And I've seen that, like, Proclamation had a couple things where, like, they had Meridian hops, but they spelled it like Meridian. And I looked it up, and it's definitely supposed to be Meridian. So I mean, that's common for websites to have like a little bit of a typo. Who knows? Maybe the guy was boozing up when he was doing doing the.
They usually have to proofread your work.
Yeah, maybe he had too many juice forces before he made the or maybe he had too many La Foles. La Fole.
Yeah.
Maybe he had a couple of those before he edited that website. But yeah, so 95 for the rating for the brewery. New Belgium, I'll keep buying your stuff. I think they deserve it. And the fact that they believe they said that they're like they help out the community, and what was it? I'm sorry, they do something for the community. It said they were certified B something, and they give back to the community. It was kind of vague what they said. But anytime where people are just trying to give it back to the community and helping out, and going out of their way to do stuff, and they're not just money hungry and they just want money for themselves, and they give back to the community. That's always good to see. So yeah, these guys are good. Like I said, I'll continue to buy more of their stuff. Pretty much every Voodoo Ranger that comes out, I try out. I like to get these single cans in case it's kind of like this, where it's like I'm not really a huge fan of it. And I'd like to get the beers that Bumpy had. So, like Bumpy was saying, a lot of people probably don't know that they make stuff like that. So, I mean, that would be cool if you guys can distribute that a little bit more. I know it's funny. It's like I feel like I'm like actually talking to them. They're probably never going to watch this. But yeah, so thanks for being on the show, Bumpy. I'd like to appreciate the panel, Bumpy Road Brewery. Check them out. Awesome dude. We'll do some shout outs. Before that, I'll shout out the chat. Tommy Carroll, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate you stopping by, dropping a comment. Julie was in here. Cheers, Julie. Thanks for stopping by as well. Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. Thanks for commenting, stopping by, giving your input on the beer I had. That's awesome. I always love when people have tried the beer that I have, and they put a little bit of their own opinion into it. So that's always cool to see, whether it's positive or negative. We all have different opinions, and it's nice to hear what other people think about certain beers. You could think I'm full of crap, but like I said, that's my opinion. So, Bumpy, you could do your shout outs if you would like.
All right. Yeah, I just got my 50-point inspection videos. Put those out Wednesdays and Fridays. Basically my beer review, beer reviews that I do. And then on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have my live show. It's called New Brew. So to join up on panel, just bring a beer that you've never had before, and also bring some questions if you'd like. Because I do want to ask some questions of the panel throughout the show. Just give them kind of a moment to speak without much interruption. And then, of course, in the chat as well, if you guys have any questions for the panel, go ahead and throw them out there in the chat, and possibility I might grab your question to ask everybody. So other than that, I'll just shout out Alex's Food Friday coming up tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to be egg rolls. So get your egg roll. I got to go eat my Chinese food now.
All right. So that's it?
That's it.
Cool. Awesome, man. Thanks for being here, Bumpy. Shout outs for me. I would like to push this show to 6. I think 6 o'clock is a little bit better. Maybe we'll get a little bit more feedback in the chat. Maybe we'll get a couple more panel members on, because I know 5 o'clock is kind of hard. People driving home from work. They're settling down, like Bumpy said. They're having dinner. And I believe this was a question for you, Bumpy. You like fried rice?
Yes, I have some fried rice.
I love fried rice.
There. It's house fried rice, so it has everything in it.
Yeah.
Also got some Szechuan lo mein.
Oh, excuse me. Egg roll.
And some egg roll.
Dude, there's a Chinese. I know. You see me all the time. I'm always eating Chinese food. There's a place down the street that's wicked good. I always get the General Tso's chicken. That's a really good one. And yeah, I get 2 egg rolls instead of the rice, because for some reason, I don't know, I don't really care for rice. I like it. I think it's really good. But I always just like eat half of it, or I eat a little bit of it, and then it just sits in my fridge. I end up throwing it away. So I'm like, might as well just get an extra egg roll, But yeah, now we're completely off topic of talking about egg rolls and fried rice. But yeah, so yeah, check out Alex Food Friday. I'll be there. I'm actually off tomorrow. We're supposed to get snow, so they close. So I'll be off tomorrow. So I'll be hanging out. Might go to Thundering Thursday if James is there. Okay. Oh no. He's on a rampage.
Yeah, it sounds like Miscellaneous isn't going to do a show tonight.
Oh, he's not?
Well, if he's going to be going to Thundering Thursday, I'm not sure when that starts, but.
Oh, wow. That'll be interesting. So yeah. So shout outs for me. Like I said, I'm going to try to push brewery reviews to 6 p.m. for next Thursday. I'm not really sure what brewery we'll be doing, but I'd like to get some input from the beer community guys, and we'll try to grab something that everybody can get their hands on, something a little bit more popular. Okay, so Saturday, rate that beer, 8 p.m. Bring a beer. It doesn't have to be new. It could be something you've had before you just want to talk about. So come hang out with me, open panel. Pretty much just ratings on beers, reviews. Ask each other questions. It's a little structured, but it's not like forced structured. If you want to ask other people questions, yeah, he just said that. He said I posted my stream already. I'll be there. So yeah, go. Didn't have any new Belgium singles at the store. No worries, miscellaneous. No worries, man. Thanks for stopping by and commenting in the chat. At least that's cool to see. I don't ever pressure anybody hopping on the stream with me. If you want to hop on the stream, hang out, that's cool. If you can't find the beer, that's cool too. So yeah, shout out to Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. He will be doing I believe a show at 8 p.m. tonight. So go check him out. I think he might be doing a head-to-head, unless he's just doing a Thursday night beer session. He is in the chat, so he might be able to confirm. Shout out to Beer Man. I'll shout out Beer Man. Beer and Cheese Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. All these times that I'm saying is Eastern Standard. Sorry if you're not Eastern Standard Time, and you might be a little confused if you go pop over there and it's not the time that's it. All the times that I usually talk about is Eastern Standard. So that'll be 5 p.m. on Beer Man's side. 4 products. Okay, so Miscellaneous is doing 4 products tonight. So he's going to do his usual Thursday night beer session. So go check that out for sure. Drop him a like. Throw up some comments. Leave him a sub. Awesome dude. Knows a lot about beer. So if you're into watching beer reviews, go check him out as well. Also, Beer Man has a Wednesday show. I Like Your Style. I forgot what the theme was, but it's Wednesday, 6 p.m. And then also I'll just shout out a couple more people. FLX Beer Reviews with Dan, and also Dan and Mike, and also Bang Beer Podcast with Anthony. So go check those guys out. Bumpy is busy at the moment. Maybe I'll wait for him to come back to sign us out here. There he is. I'm sorry, Bumpy. You didn't have to go. I was going to sign us out quick so you could go eat your dinner.
Oh.
So yeah, I shouted out Miscellaneous Beer Man, FLX, and Bang Beer Podcast. So yeah, thanks for stopping by, Bumpy. Thanks for stopping by, chat. Everybody hanging out. Probably gonna hang off air for a little bit. If anybody wants to come by and hang out with us, probably throw it up in the group chat.
Watch me mukbang.
There you go. Oh, that looks good. What's that? Lo mein?
Szechuan lo mein, yeah. So it's got pork in it.
Good.
It's spicy. Got the fried rice right here.
There you go. Yeah, it looks really good. You're making me want Chinese food. Maybe I'll do that tonight.
I was going to do it tomorrow night, but we got that huge storm coming in. So I didn't want to risk not being able to get an egg roll.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Oh, you got one tonight?
Yeah.
Do you have an air fryer?
Yeah.
Yeah, stick an egg roll in an air fryer. Comes out good. Like for if you're eating it the next day, throw it in there for like 5 minutes at like 370 or something. Yeah, so we're talking Chinese food. We're getting off topic. I'm gonna sign this one out. And yeah, like I said, thanks for stopping by, Bumpy. Thanks for stopping by, chat. And go check these guys out in the chat. Miscellaneous has a channel. I'm not sure if Tommy Carroll has a channel. Check him out if he does. And Julie, thanks for stopping by. And make sure to go drop a sub to Bumpy and check out his 50-point inspections. And I'm gonna sign us out of here. So cheers, everyone. Cheers, Bumpy. That I'm surprised that Cork did that. That was pretty funny. So cheers, man.
Cheers.
See you later, everyone.